is brought to you by the Bank of Guam, the People's Bank, Docomo Pacific, island-wide, worldwide, the choice is clear. And Micronesia Renewable Energy, go solar for zero money down. And Colgate Optic White, whiter teeth in 1 week. From the Pacific News Center in Hagåtña, Guam, here's Clint Ridgell and Janella Carrera, Betsy Brown, Roselle Romanes, PNC Sports with Blake Watson, and weather with Rebecca Kim. With your news now.
Hafa and good evening. It's Thursday, October the 30th, and you're watching PNC's News Now. I'm Janella Carrera.
And I'm Clint Ridgell. Topping your news tonight, another teenage fight video has surfaced online. This time, one girl is seen beating up on another girl in a Southern High bathroom. DOE Deputy Superintendent Rob Millay says school officials are aware of it and they took immediate action. Here's more.
This latest fight video happened just last week, Thursday. It happens in a restroom of Southern High School. Several girls can be seen looking on as one girl grabs another by the hair and punches her repeatedly in the back of the head. She yanks the girl by the hair again, gets on top of her, and continues to beat her. DOE Deputy Superintendent Rob Millay.
The school administration over at Southern High School was on top of it the very same day that it took place. It was last week, Thursday, when that incident happened. They addressed it administratively, took administrative action with the individuals in the video, and they notified the authorities to fulfill their reporting requirements as well.
Millay says that the students involved in these types of fights are not thinking about how dangerous this could be.
All it's going to take is one wrong bump on the head, and that could be it for an individual. And we really want to get the message out there that if there's an issue or a conflict, there are better ways to resolve those issues in conflict rather than resorting to any type of violence to address that.
Talk to a guidance counselor, talk to a teacher, talk to a principal, or talk to your parents.
But let's not resort to violence. Only three things can come out of that in the long run when folks continue to do it. Someone's going to go to jail, someone's going to go to the hospital, and worse, someone's going to go to the cemetery.
Millay says that even those who are standing around watching and filming will be held accountable, along with those who are fighting.
Whether you call it a sinkhole or not, a hole in the middle of Route 16 was a problem for anyone traveling through Barrigada today. PNC's Betsy Brown reports.
A 100-foot by 25-foot hole in the middle of Route 16 in Barrigada caused major traffic delays yesterday and today. The hole is due to a broken 24-inch water line supplying Navy assets. Joint Region Public Affairs Officer Lieutenant Tim Gorman says he wouldn't call it a sinkhole, though the line break did damage the roadway.
There was so much water coming up here and coming above ground that it did cause some additional kind of damage on the road. And when we get around to doing the permanent repairs, we will repair those parts of the road as well.
Crews began filling in the 15-foot deep hole before noon today, shortly after the broken water line was repaired.
Obviously, it caused a lot of traffic. We're still at 2 lanes, but hope to be up all 4 lanes tomorrow morning.
This is only a temporary repair to allow traffic to return to its normal pattern. Lieutenant Gorman says permanent repairs will have to be made in the future.
Behind you over here, we've got some temporary fill. That is not permanent asphalt. They'll determine today and tomorrow really when they're going to do that permanent repair. But it'll be passable to alleviate our traffic problems starting tomorrow.
The repairs are being made by crews from Naval Facilities Engineering Command Marianas and DZSP 21. Betsy Brown, PNC News.
And after years of trying, Guam can now add the first ever scheduled flight service to mainland China on the list of accomplished goals. United Airlines just announced that they will have a twice-weekly nonstop service to Shanghai. And Mark Baldiga, chairman of the Guam Visitors Bureau, says this is historic for the island. PNC's Roselle Romanes has more in this report.
United Guam sales team, the Guam Visitors Bureau, the airport staff, government officials, and Miss Guam welcomed the first flight from Shanghai with a half-a-day spirit. That's just part of the big picture because GVB Chairman Mark Baldiga tells us this new regularly scheduled flight service between the island and mainland China actually marks the start of a new era for tourism.
The new flight service from China means that Guam is opening up its market to the largest travel market of the world. By 2020, they expect 200 million outbound Chinese. So China is critical for any kind of long-term growth. And not only is it critical for sustaining what we have, but the potential is enormous. It's spectacular.
Baldiga tells us what this flight service brings to the local community.
Job creation, economic benefit. Tourism is 60% of Guam's economy. Even right now, 1 out of every 3 jobs, non-federal jobs, is tourism related one way or the other. So as tourism grows, the Guam economy grows, and I think it impacts everyone.
Alongside tourism, this flight service is also good news for the local community because it gives us a new travel destination, and for some, it means connecting with their roots.
It opens up a pathway for me to visit my relatives. You know, I'm part Chinese, and you know, the flight going directly to Shanghai, with me traveling a lot, I'm pretty sure I'll take that route.
Rosal Romanes, PNC News.
All right, we'll keep watching PNC because when news now continues.